Bookaholics, is Isabel and welcome to another video. So today, as you can tell by the title, I'm going to be doing a reading vlog and I'm going to be reading Life and Death by Stephanie Meyer. I'm kind of excited to get started because it's kind of just going back to my childhood, but it's a different version of it. So like, it's the exact same story, but it's gender swapped. And I'm honestly not too sure how I'm gonna feel about it. I kind of want to just document as I'm reading this. I feel like I might fangirl a bit. I might end up rereading this series at one point in my life. I'm not too sure when, but it's gonna happen most likely. So this might be the gateway to that miserable time when I reread the Twilight series, but I just want to document this. I don't really have much to say. I think everyone who is in this community and knows about Twilight knows about Life and Death, which is the gender swapped version of Twilight. So Bella is now Beau, and I think his full name is Beaufort, which who would ever name their kid that? Like, that's just pure torture. Just name him Beau if you want him to name Beau. And then I don't know what Edward's name is. It's like Ellie maybe. Oh no, it's even worse. Ellie is actually a good name. This is Edith, but with, instead of an I, it's a Y. Oh well, I'm really actually pretty excited to start reading this. I will talk to you guys later once I have something to say when I start reading this book. Alright, so I read the prologue and the first chapter of Life and Death, and honestly, I don't know what to say because, like, I feel like there's a lot that was changed. Like, as I'm reading this first chapter, there's things that I know are the same, but there's also things that either maybe I totally forgot. Like, it's been a while since I've read these, but I've read them multiple times, so I would feel like I would still read this and just like know exactly what's going to happen. There's points where I'm just like, this was not said, this is not mentioned in the original one, so she must have added things that she wanted to add in the first book and change some things. So that's what I'm thinking happened in here. But oh my god, there's this one line that just made me giggle so much. Seriously though, this wasn't a life and death situation, so like the title of the book, it was just high school. It's not like anyone was going to bite me. I think honestly that was just put there to make the readers just giggle, like, honestly, because like the people who are reading this will be the people who love Twilight, or at least read it and were curious about how this gender bent book would go. So like, I enjoyed that. That was a fun thing to read. We've met Edith, which like in this one, she's thinking, he is thinking of her name as Edith with an I, and then he finds out her name is spelled with a Y. Then he's like, oh, that fits her so much better. Did that really need to be in here? I don't know. Like, it just seems like some pointless things are in here as well. I think I'm honestly probably going to enjoy this. I'm already kind of having fun with it. It's nothing all that serious. I'm not taking it that way. It's just honestly a fun read, and it's just kind of getting me back into my high school days when Twilight and all those other trashy books were just my favorites. But anywho, that's all I'm gonna say about in this update. I will let you know as I go through this series again, so I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. I got through a bit of this yesterday. Not too much. I got to chapter 3, I think. I'm up to the Phenomenon chapter, so you know what goes on in this one. I'm kind of excited to get to that point, and I don't know how I feel about that. I have to work on my classwork, so I'm gonna be doing that. I just wanted to show you guys what I'm doing, and then I'll probably get into reading that. And this is my makeshift desk because I can't work upstairs, so I'm just gonna be working down here in my room with my little makeshift desk here. That's what's happening. I'm going to give myself a break and read this for a little while because I've been looking at it and it's been staring at me. So I'm going to read this for a little bit and then I'm going to possibly make some lunch at some point. Let me get into reading Phenomenon. another day. It's practically 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock about there. Currently in the scene where they're going to Port Angeles. I'm not too sure how it's gonna change because in Twilight, Bella gets cornered by all these guys and then Edward comes in and saves the day because somehow he knows where she is and just stalks her because that's not creepy. So I'm not too sure what's gonna happen here. Maybe he'll still be surrounded by guys, but they'll be wanting to like beat him up. I guess we'll see because I just can't see like a group of women just going after a guy like that. But I guess we'll find out, won't we? And yeah, so possibly the next time you see me, I'll be a tomato red. So look forward to that. So it's the evening now. Well, no, it is 12:20 in the morning. So I just had a bath. I'm posting up a video that's going to be up live tomorrow, so by the time I post this it will already be posted. That one is Books That Made Me Mad, so go check it out after you finish this. I'll put the link up there and down below as well. I had a lot of fun with that video and I had a lot of fun editing it, and just go watch it because it's a good one. I read a bit of this. I'm now on Complications, so Bo now knows Edith is a vampire and it is now pretty much the same thing. There's a bit of a difference coming up to this point, but like Bo is still just as obsessed with Edith as Bella was of Edward and like already in love. And honestly, I'm starting to realize again why this book is not the greatest, why this whole series, like it just goes downhill from here in the series. This one is starting to go that way. Like as soon as love comes into it, I just start like not enjoying it as much. Like as soon as the love comes in, like I was enjoying it before with just all the banter and everything, but now that it's like they're in love and like they're obsessed with each other, and like Edith is just as overly protective and obsessed and possessive as Edward. I really hate the possessiveness now of Edward. Like I thought it was so romantic when I was young, but now I'm like, you literally followed Bella all the way to Port Angeles because you were worried that she would be in danger, and like you're the danger to her. Like you might as well just like not be around her. Like just stop. Just stop. Have some fucking self-control and leave her the fuck alone. You know what I mean? Like, come on. I guess neither Edward or Edith, no matter what gender, they have no self-control, so. But I'm halfway done Life and Death, so that's exciting because there's a point where I'm just like, oh my god, this is getting so bad. Like, it's fun. It's a fun book to read, but at the same time, it's so bad. But I'm going to finish doing this video that I'm going to be posting, and then yeah, I'm gonna go to bed. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye. So it is the next day, but I did read one chapter in this. I read the complicated chapter because, you know, that's when Jules, aka Jake, comes in and like ruins the party because, you know, Bo/Bella can't be with anyone else because she/he is his/her possession. Honestly, reading this, I'm just like, this is Bella, by the way. This is not Bo. This is Bella. There's nothing really all that different. I think I'm like halfway done. We're gonna be probably meeting the rest of the Cullens, and I'm kind of excited for that because like how different are they gonna be? Probably nothing, because like Edith is not as brooding as Edward is, but like she's still so possessive. Oh my god, like I just looking at this, I'm just like, this is like the hallmark of, you know, inappropriate and unhealthy relationship. Like how obsessive and just like stalkerish you are. Like thinking back on this, I was like, if someone like actually snuck into my room and I thought that was romantic and like just watched me sleep, like honestly, like what the hell? That's not romantic at all. But I'm getting close to the end here and I'm honestly kind of excited to be done. At least with this, I know she's not going to continue it with this gender bent, but at least there wouldn't be any Breaking Dawn like havoc. Like there's no pregnancy anywhere, and like that's a good thing because Renesmee should not exist. I am just on chapter 12, Balancing. So, you know, we get to meet Bonnie and she starts like, you know, telling Bo that you should not be with him. You should not be with her. I mean, Edith, the Cullens, they're not someone you should be associating with. And then Bo would be like, fuck that. I'm gonna go do what I want anyway because, you know, I'm a sucker for all the suckers. Don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. But I think I'm done talking right now because I just been talking and I don't even know why I'm talking right now because it's fine. Like, what am I doing? Okay, I'm done. sorry. I have no purpose in life right now. Well, hello there. It's been another day. I read a bit. I haven't quite finished it yet. I am now on chapter 15, the colon. So you know what's gonna happen in this chapter. Honestly, I have a suspicion that this is gonna end with Bo being turned at the end, because, you know, it's obviously not gonna be continuing through all of New Moon and Eclipse and, you know, Breaking Dawn and all that hot mess of rest of the series, because there's a scene in here that was definitely in Eclipse, because obviously Bo's a dude, so it has to ask about the sex question. So that came up, and I just have a suspicion that's how this is going to end, just straight to the change. Doesn't give no shits. But yeah, we're getting into the colons. We're getting to the point of no return. I might read the colons chapter because I'm actually kind of excited for that, because I am trash for this right now. I don't know what else to say, so I'm just gonna sign off for the night. Again, another day. I have gotten up to the hunt, so you know when that is. That's after they played baseball, and now they're going to meet the Hunter clan people. I'm really excited to just like be almost done and figure out what Stephenie Meyer changed at the end, because I feel like there's gonna be a big change at the end, like definitely like a change. I might be totally wrong, but I feel it in my bones. Anyways, I'm off track. I just learned something today, and it coordinated really well for me to be reading Life and Death right now, because Stephenie Meyer just announced that Midnight Sun is coming out in August. And this was a thing all the way back in the Twilight days. I remember when I was in my grade 10 year and I learned that there was gonna be a Midnight Sun and it was leaked, and I read that like multiple times. I don't know how I feel about it. The fangirl in me, the twi-hard in me, is just so excited, and I'm just ready for it. But the other side of me, I'm just like, oh, can I really read another book like that? Like, it's gonna be a literal reread of this reread of Twilight, because like obviously it's gonna be just like the Edward side. I just don't know if I have the energy for that. Maybe I will once I've gotten past this for a while. You know, I'm gonna be buying it. Like, there's no ifs or buts about that. I'm gonna be buying it. I'm just not too sure if I'm actually gonna read it. It's so bad, but like, I need it on my shelf. I don't even know why, I just do. There's something wrong with me, but like, Twilight was just my world back in my high school days, and Midnight Sun was just the most exciting thing in my life because I had no life. That is pretty much what I want to talk about. I'll just talk to you guys later. Bye. Oh, I'm tired. So today I did read a little bit of this book today, and that's why I'm talking to you. So I am now on chapter 23, The Choice. This one is getting into the nitty-gritty. So we just got from the chapter where Bo goes to the ballet studio. The person, what's the name? I already forgot. Joss. Joss. What kind of name is that? But okay. So Joss is doing the thing that James, was it James? I can't remember, but doing the thing that James did, videotaping, and got her there with the old home videos, all that stuff. So all the same plot. Now we're getting into The Choice, and this one's just like a few pages, and then it goes into change. Now I feel like this is when things are gonna hit the fan, because this book goes until 387, while Twilight here only goes up to 341. So like, hello, where did all that additional stuff come from? But yeah, so I'm very, very close to the end. I'm pretty darn tired, if you couldn't tell by that yawn, so I don't think I'm going to read this tonight. But yeah, glad to talk to you. It's been like the same background here for the last few days because I just have not been updating you anytime except when I'm going to bed, because that's my life right now. I did read a little bit of this. I am in the chapter Change, and spoiler alert, it is what I thought. Beau is being changed because obviously Beau is a boy, so there's no chance of there being a Renesmee. Currently on, I think, 360 or 361, one of those pages, so I got about 20 pages left. I probably could just read the rest of this book tonight and just be done. Oh my god, do I want to do that? You know what, let's do it.
1 hour later.
I finished. And I'm so tired. Let's talk about this bad boy. I honestly don't know what I feel. I definitely had some nostalgic feelings from this because Twilight and the whole series was the first thing I ever read. Well, not the first thing I ever read, but it was like the thing that really got me into reading, and it just opened up this whole new world for me. It will always have a place in my heart. The one thing that I absolutely just insta-love has been an enemy of me for the last few years. I hate it. And I didn't care for it in here. Like, honestly, I was probably more excited to read the first part of it when they're just meeting and just getting all that banter. But as soon as love came into it, it's just... it starts going down that path that I hate, where it's like all mushy and gushy and everything is just all about love, and it's just... I honestly don't know what to feel about this. Honestly, it's pretty much the same book. There are some changes, specifically what I've just been talking about. Obviously, Beau is now a vampire. Okay, let's just talk about this epilogue for a second. Now, I did appreciate the funeral. Beau's funeral, I did appreciate that, and him seeing it from afar. I like that. It did make me sad because honestly, Charlie is just... he does care for his daughter, his son in this one. And so it was very sad to see the funeral in here. That was kind of heartbreaking. But when the werewolves came into it, oh my god, it just... I don't even know what to say about it because it was just so... quick, and the explanations weren't all that great. Like, it was just pretty much both saying, oh, this happened, the tracker was after me, he bit me, and the Cullens were just protecting me. And like, would that convince the werewolves? Would that? I don't know, because there was such animosity between the wolves and the vampire in New Moon that, like, would they just be like, oh, okay, that's what happened, and then sweep it under the rug? Would they? I don't know. Obviously, it's the epilogue, so it can't like add a whole other topic and plot line at the epilogue. But honestly, it could have just been left out. Like, we know there's wolves, we know that's gonna be a complication, we know that Volturi is gonna be a complication at some point, probably. We know all this other stuff is probably going to happen, but like, possibly we did need it just because, yeah, Bonnie, aka Bill? I can't remember what his name is. She was suspicious, so I could see that. And obviously that Victor/Victoria person, she ran off, and like, is she gonna bring that army that comes in Eclipse? Like, is that what's going to happen, or is because Beau is a vampire that she's not even gonna do it? Obviously there's some things that we don't know is going to happen, so I feel like the werewolves would have been fine not being in here. I would have been happy with it just ending with the funeral. Like, that would have made me pretty, I don't want to say happy because obviously it made me sad, but it would have been like a satisfying ending. I don't know what I'm gonna rate this. Like, it's definitely not a 5. I don't think it's a 4. It could be a 3. I don't know if I want to give it like a 2 or a 1. Like, 1 star is when I'm just like so fed up and just so angry with it that I just would be fine with just putting it in the fire. 2 is when I kind of liked it, but it wasn't that awesome. Like, I just really didn't really care. 3 is a meh. So honestly, this might end up being a 3 or a 2. Because, actually no, you know what? I think I'm gonna give it a 2.5. I think I'll be happy with that. A 2.5. It's still enjoyable. I had fun with it, but it's honestly the same book, and it didn't really give me anything new. Like, it gave me the last 2 chapters new. It did make me tear up in the funeral, but other than that, it wasn't anything special. It's just a Twilight book, and honestly, I feel already exhausted from Midnight Sun. Like, I feel so exhausted by that right now. Just finishing this, I'm like, can I do another Twilight book? Like, honestly, I don't think so, but I think this is me signing off. This is gonna be such a long video. I am not looking forward to editing this. It's time for me to go to bed. It's fucking 12:30 and I work at 9 tomorrow, so oh my god, why did I do that? I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please give it a thumbs up if you did. Comment down below if you have read Life and Death. Tell me your thoughts on it, and subscribe if you haven't yet, and I'll see you guys for a next video. Bye!